So, good morning and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Before we get into the transfer news, I wanted to say firstly, stick a like on the video. That always helps the YouTube algorithm find this video and send it on its merry way. But also, I want to say thanks very much for all the love recently as well. Always appreciate that. And we're going to talk about Mesut Ozil real quickly because Mesut Ozil and his wife had their baby. He's posted on social media. He tweeted and he said, "Thank God our daughter Ida was born healthy, God willing us to be a good son to his environment and all humanity." Now listen, congratulations to them. Obviously with all the drama that's going on at the moment, it kind of got lost that him and his missus were having a baby. I think it was about 6 weeks ago that he didn't travel to Olympiacos, a game that we won. We shouldn't have won because they absolutely battered us, and I suppose they got a bit of redemption in the return leg. But he didn't travel because his wife was heavily pregnant, and it was funny because I did my FIFA stream last night, and I said like, "Has he actually had the baby or she had the baby yet?" Because that was like 6 weeks ago. Like, surely you can't go more than 2 weeks over the term. So they've had the baby, the little baby girl. Real men make girls, yeah. Real men make girls. Big up all the girls that the real men have made. But listen, all jokes aside, fair play to them. Good luck to them. Still want him sold. Anyway, let's move on to an absolute superstar in the making, and that is Victor Osimhen. I've probably butchered his name, but he's a Nigerian left winger. He can play at centre forward as well. And he plays for Lille, which is kind of ironic, really, because the way everyone's building him up is like he's the next Nicola Pepe. Now, I'm not too sure whether he can go on and get his big money move, but the reports that are going around the media at the moment suggest that he's worth £89 million, which, let's be real here, he's probably not worth £89 million. He's only 21 years old, so he's got plenty of time on his side. He's 3 years younger than Pepe, but he plays on the opposite side, which is kind of cool because Arsenal need a left winger. Is this guy the left winger that Arsenal need? That remains to be seen. But the one thing I do know is that he's scored 13 goals in 27 League Earned games this season. He's got 5 assists, so he has been absolutely ripping it up over in the French football. 38 games in total, 18 goals, 6 assists, which is pretty decent. The one thing I will say about this guy is that, you know, when you look at these stats in France, it can be very fudged, it can be very fabricated. You know, we see Pepe was smashing it to pieces in France. He come to the Premier League and he's been decent, but he hasn't been that level again. And it's always difficult when you look at a player in the French league and, you know, listen, this kid's got every attribute you want in a winger. He's quick, he's tricky, left foot, right foot. He scores goals for fun. You know, the kid is absolutely mustard. But £89 million. And listen, fair play to Lille, because again, they've gone and got themselves a decent player who's come in and absolutely smashed it. And the funny thing about this guy is that when he signed for Wolfsburg, he actually said 4 years ago when he signed for them that he was going to sign for Arsenal, but changed his mind and went to Wolfsburg. So it's a little bit of a madness that 4 years later, we're now linked to him for £89 million. Now, let's be honest here, right? Arsenal are not going to spend £89 million on this kid. Tottenham are interested, United are interested, Barcelona are interested. He is a top talent, don't get it twisted. He is a very, very good footballer. But £89 million, not for me. Especially when you can go and get Leroy Sané, who plays in the same position, for a fraction of the price. Obviously, that's because of the contract length, because it's coming towards the end. Not only that, I just look at it and I just think like, listen, this guy plays mostly as a centre forward, but he can play left wing. And, you know, most of his goals have come from centre forward positions. So does that then mean that instead of playing him on the left wing, you'd play him up front? Does that then mean Aubameyang's going to leave? And it all ties back to Aubameyang every single day that I'm doing these, you know, and I'm looking at these transfer videos or transfer rumours and stuff like that. Every single one links back to Aubameyang. This guy is a very good player, like I said. He knows where the back of the net is. He's done very well for Lille, same as Nicolas Pepe. Yes, he can play left wing. He's not played there all that many times, but he can play there, and he's done very well there. But he's essentially a centre forward. And when you're looking at centre forwards that are out there, you're looking at Edouard Celtic, you're looking at Dembele at Lyon, you're looking at this guy, and you compare them three, their stats are all there or thereabouts, the same, but their price tags are all over the gaff, you know, and they're all playing in leagues that are not the best leagues in the world, Scotland and France. And Edouard, I mean, I've seen reports suggesting he's anywhere between £10 million and £35 million. Now let's have it right, he ain't 35 million. Kieran Tierney is the highest transfer out of that league, and he was 25 million. So there ain't no way this Edouard's 35 million pound. Maybe 20, 18. As for Dembele at Lyon, I've seen reports ranging from 40 to 75. He ain't 75. I'd say I'd go with the 40 million. I'd think 40 million would be a decent transfer fee. I think that he's got potential to kick on and go and be the main guy at a football club, a big football club. That's no disrespect to Lyon, but I think he could kick on. I've seen enough at Celtic, I've seen enough at Lyon. But the problem you've got is then this guy comes into the mix and all of a sudden he's £89 million. What? Because you've had one good season at Lille. I don't get where these price tags come from. I genuinely don't see it. But I do know that the fact that we are linked to strikers, the fact that we are linked to defenders is a good thing. I do think that's a good thing. The fact that we're linked to strikers is because of the Aubameyang saga, which is just going to drag on and on and on. In terms of defenders, Fabrizio Romani, big up Fabrizio Romani. Anybody don't know who he is a journalist, and he was the guy who called Pepe before anybody. He said Pepe's a done deal. Done, bosh, 13th of July, I remember it because I landed at Malaga Airport. 13th of July, he said Pepe will be an Arsenal player. Funny enough, the very next day, Ornstein tweets out and says, oh, Arsenal are not interested in him. They don't want Pepe. They haven't got the necessary funds to buy Pepe. Really? What are you saying now then, Ornstein? Fraudstein. But Romani has come out and said that we're interested in a centre-back, and he said that we are desperately working hard on a centre-back, which I kind of like. And listen, I don't really trust all of these journalists. That is one guy that I do believe. Off of the back of that Pepe story alone, I do believe him. Depends what centre-back we're looking at. Is it Smalling? Is it Ndika? Is it Varane? Like, it could be absolutely anybody. But I'm just happy that we're looking at centre-backs. And listen, leave your suggestions down below. Firstly, I want to know your thoughts on this guy, on Victor Osimhen. I keep getting his name wrong. Victor Osimhen. Let me know your thoughts on him. Do you think he's worth 89 million? I all know your answer. I can't even speak. Do you know what? It's real late right now. It's like nearly midnight as I'm recording this. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on Osimhen. Do you think we'll sign him? Do you think he's worth the money? Let me know what centre-back would be your preferred choice. Because listen, there's hundreds and thousands of centre-backs out there. I could sit here and reel off as many as I want. What do you guys think? Yeah, leave it in the comment section down below. Don't forget as well, today I am playing expressions unless he bottles it. But do stick a like on the video, do subscribe, and I will be back a little bit later on. I'll be streaming my own career mode anyway. But keep your eyes peeled on my socials, they're in the description. And until then, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.